I was on swole for real. So I didn't know what to say to him.
I think he lost a little too much momentum with Dick Throb. Like, I wonder if that pays off better in certain circumstances.
It's the Stand-Up Teardown, conducting comedy autopsies. The Stand-Up Teardown now.
Hello, all you crazy cats and kittens out there in pod person land. Welcome back to another episode of Stand-Up Teardown. I'm your host, Sean Fau, and joining me as always is my lovely assistant, Mr. Matthew Ballek.
Please clap.
Thank you very much. That was very NPR of you with that, Matthew Ballek. But it's good to be here.
Truth be told, I was really trying not to cough through that.
It was like a holding NPR. Like, are they just constantly holding back burps? Is that
I've got gestational issue. Gestational? Is that? No, that's a baby.
Gestational diabetes.
What? No, I got the the gastrointestinal problems. Yeah, that just doesn't want to stay where it goes. Anyway, that's not your problem. That's not their problem. What are we doing today?
Well, today we are diving into 3 stand-up specials that I found, 3 new comics that we have not seen here on the show before. I'm going to watch them up a little bit, tear them down a little bit, or not. As I look back on our other episodes, I don't know, we tear down too hard.
We gotta work on that a little bit.
I don't know, maybe comedy's just so good.
No, that's not it.
I think it is.
I object to that hypothesis. Who do we got up first?
Up first, this is a comedian I've seen before, so I'm going to be a bit biased. This is Brent Weinbach. Have you ever heard of him?
Doesn't sound familiar, but he looks familiar.
Well, he's got that Nathan Fielder look.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
I've known him. I've seen him before I even knew of a Nathan Fielder. So he's been around. He's in your neck of the woods in Los Angeles, California.
Currently being burnt down?
Oh, wow. Well, that would be maybe part of the cough that you're experiencing.
No, separately.
No.
There's fires, there's riots, there's earthquakes, but, you know, my cough is completely unrelated to any of that.
Sounds like a really neat place right now to be, but
no, it's just a normal Tuesday.
Well, it's land of Brent Weinbach. He's a more abstract deadpan comedian and was also formerly a professional jazz pianist and substitute teacher.
Right on.
It's got quite
Always
the background.
down for some pianist.
Gentlemen.
Brent Weinbach.
Laughing at the seriousness of the
already,
like,
is he like trying to just be Nathan Fielder? Is he like just embracing?
No, I don't know. He's been doing stand-up about probably as long as Nathan's been doing comedy.
I mean, already, like, even though, yes, they do look alike or look very similar or whatever, I mean, that presentation already is exactly what I expect from Nathan Fielder. Yeah. Maybe it's just that co-idea thing we always talk about where, like, the universe was just ready for this type of comedian and 2 of them were spawned at the same time.
Yeah, just to, like, increase the odds.
Yeah.
It's, I think Brent rolls
evolutionarily necessary.
Absolutely, which is what I was about to say is kind of the crew he rolls with. Absolutely. Productions, which is what Tim Heidecker's and Eric Wareheim's production from Tim and Eric.
I was unaware.
Absolutely.
I'm only vaguely appreciative of them. I don't know. I never
of like Heidecker and Wareheim.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of like that Warhol shit where it's like, yeah, I get that you're trying to do something there, but like, I just don't like it. Like, I don't enjoy watching it, and I know that's not even like the point to enjoy it, but like, it is almost like a Kaufman-esque like joke on the audience sort of style, and I think like, again, just like Kaufman, I enjoy the concept of it. I enjoy looking back on like being in his perspective or being on his side. But if I was in the audience and motherfucker just started reading Gatsby for an hour, I'd be kind of fucking annoyed. So, you know, yeah, there's that.
Well, then I've not seen this special, but I've seen other performances by Brent. But so I think this might not be up your alley. Then.
All right, let's do it.
So basically, I'm down for like what, hours? Like if you want to do some stuff, I'm down, right? Because basically, I'm down.
All right, he already separated himself. I'm good. Fielder would never do that.
Just the whatevers.
Yeah.
Real
Just-
hard Z at the end. It's so good.
Absolutely.
Like what's up? Are you single? Oh, you want to get married? Oh, you ain't interested? In that case, I'm just gonna lean back, make you miss me. That's how you do it right there. Like if you like somebody, but they're not interested and you want to get married right quick, all I do, I just lean back, make them miss me. It works. I've been married like 7 times. Has anyone here ever heard of Matt Damon?
What the fuck? How long is he going to stay in character?
I'm glad you realize this is not his real speaking voice.
Obviously from the get-go, unless there's some like weird fucking army brat thing going on. That is not possible.
I think this is his substitute teaching background from Oakland, California, coming through.
Yeah, I mean, it's very on point and specific to the vernacular. So it's at least, I think he's just getting a lot of points for authenticity more so than like actual comedy.
So far, yeah. It's just, but it's like the authenticity, but just for such bizarre topics. Like,
Right.
why you get married right quick?
Right. Yeah. I'm not against it at all. I'm not, you know, it's a fun performance already. I'm invested and I'm with him. It's just, yeah, it's all character based and no substance just yet. But you know, obviously we're like 10 seconds into this fucking guy.
I know, and I'm just wondering if he's gonna like smooth out of this into his normal voice, or if it's just gonna be a hard like cut to just like, and we're back to normal speaking.
Well, does he do a lot of characters, or is this out of character for him?
No, I'd say probably just does this one character.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then just back to normal.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see what
Has anyone here ever seen Matt Damon in the flesh? I've seen Matt Damon like 5 times now. But the first time I saw Matt Damon, I was over at Ice Cream, right? And I was out.
So like the hamburger store? I was over at Ice Cream. Like,
that's like Kaufman, or not Kaufman. It's just like the dumb kind of comedy I like.
yeah. I mean, it almost branches into like Emo Phillips or something, but like not quite. Just like that
That's
weird,
a good point.
that like off kilter phrasing that you know what you mean, but like that's not what you said. Yeah,
It keeps me off balance.
right.
The various flavors, right? And all of a sudden, in walks Matt Damon at the most randomest time, right? And he had that cool, funky look that I like. And it got me thinking, like, everybody is like, say that Matt Damon is America's heartthrob or whatever, right? They say that, right? That Matt Damon is America's heartthrob or whatever, right? But I'm looking at him, and, you know, he has that cool, funky look that we all like. And I was thinking, Matt Damon is America's dick throb. I was on swole, for real. So, I didn't know what to say to him.
I think he lost a little too much momentum with Dick Throb. Like, I wonder if that pays off better in certain circumstances. Like, I don't. That's not a phrase I've ever heard before. So I think
Dick throb,
as opposed to heartthrob,
yeah, no.
Like I've heard of a throbbing penis. Sure, I read a lot of novels, but
sure.
That's a totally different subject. I mean, no, seriously though, have you ever heard anyone use dick throb in that context?
No, I think that's his.
And I think that's the problem with that joke. All of a sudden, he like tried to create something, but that like makes you stumble as an audience member, like trying to calculate that rather than just like rolling with everything else that was like, it seemed like he lost everyone at that point. Like, you know, we're still on board, but like that little moment just was extremely, I don't know, jarring as far as the pacing went.
I could feel that a little bit. I just love how he keeps going back to that line about like the crazy cool look of Matt.
Oh, absolutely.
Damon.
Yeah. That's what and yeah, that's like going back to that familiar phrasing, that fucking, I guess that, well, it's, yeah, that crazy cool
Never heard
look.
Matt Damon described in that way.
I've just, it's more, well, yeah, the Matt Damon described as crazy cool is certainly amusing, but yeah, the dick throb thing just fucking throws me.
I was like, I just went up and I was like, yo, Matt, scoop that ass cream. And then I just scrammed out of there. But then I creep back, right? And I creep back through the window, right? And I'm creeping, and he spotted me, right? So I unzip my pants, right? And I take out my ball sack, right? And then I press it up against the window, and I was like, how you like them apples? And he liked that. He really liked that, because I know Matt Damon liked that, right?
Is that a Shaggy Dog?
That's a Goodwill Hunting.
Right. Oh, obviously it's a Goodwill Hunting reference, but is the
no balls in the window in the Shaggy Dog? What are you talking about?
No, Disney took a turn with that one.
I didn't see it, but man,
like a Shaggy Dog story, basically like a really long meandering story that like ends in a like a stupid joke or like something that, you know, has nothing to do with all of the elements that you built up. It's just like a bad punchline or like a stupid kind of.
But they make you wait for it so long. It's
right.
A Norm Macdonald move, I would say. A lot of
yeah, but Norm's got a lot of like ups and downs through it, and yeah, there's a showmanship to the way that he presents it. Like a real Shaggy Dog is just kind of like leading you on, like there's gonna be a punch, there's gonna be a punch, there's gonna be a punch, and when we finally get to it, it's, you know, just you know, sad trombone sort of moment. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a Shaggy Dog. Fuck you. I went through the trouble of explaining it. I might as well.
I'll agree with it.
Yep.
So then I scrammed out of there for real, and I got a 32 ouncer from AM/PM. It was pretty good. This is my impression of professional psychiatrist Elvis Presley. This is my impression of the king of psychoanalysis, Elvis Presley. Would you mind playing the patient in this scene? When I say action, say out loud to me, so my parents have been divorced for 9 years and I'm finally starting to process it and stuff like that. What, is that true? How many years? 6? Just flip it up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, professional psychiatrist Elvis Presley.
So stupid, but the fucking commitment to it.
But so fast, too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not planned.
Extremely fast for crowd work, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Action.
My parents got divorced like 9 years ago.
Uh-huh. That's our time. Thank you very much. This is my impression of a man who...
You're wrong. He does have more than one impression. Fuck you.
Look at that. I'm way wrong. He's just going into his now like a whole chunk of weird offbeat impressions.
But this is also like
doing this.
This is a style I haven't seen probably since, you know, watching stand up as a kid in the 80s. Like that, you know, I'm now going to do an impression of this, turn around and come back. Now I'm now going to do an impression of this. Like that.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel like everyone tries to be a little bit more, I don't know, artful about the weaving it in or, you know, trying to put it into a context, but just like, there's still nothing wrong with fucking telling jokes, man.
Yeah. but he's just like twisting it a little bit, like at a different level where he's telling you the impression. But man, I'm really blanking on what comedian I feel like has done this style before, where like they're just off kilter impressions, where they're not like your standard classic like celebrity impressions. There's like, this is my friend Mike or whatever, you know.
Well, I know Dana Carvey was doing the micro impressions for a while. Where it was like a 1-word impression or just like a grunt or like a noise that people made that was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is just kind of more of like a classic style rather than a specific person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, you might associate it with someone. I'm not sure who you're thinking of though.
Says the word Rocktober. But he doesn't make a big deal out of it. In fact, he doesn't even realize that the word October exists. So how long have you and Sherry been going out? Let me think. We went on our first date around August, but we didn't get serious till October. So let's see, August, September, October. I don't know.
The extreme white guy voice makes it work.
Exactly. He's got a great voice. Like he really could play around with it, but he did some audio stuff like on one of his albums, but he can do this like kind of gravelly voice too. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, very, very funny. And
He almost got there with like the Elvis impression there. But.
Yeah.
3 or 4 months. This is my impression of a man who does not use phrases correctly. Hey, you know that movie Forrest Gump? That's a good movie. I like that movie. What'd you think of the movie Forrest Gump? I like that movie. What'd you think of the movie Forrest Gump? Oh, you didn't like it? All right, more from me.
Not wrong enough.
I know exactly.
It's like, yeah, it's just a dumb guy phrase. It's not like, it's not wrong enough. It's not wrong enough. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
This is my impression of two men who do not use phrases correctly.
Definitely not wrong enough to be one joke.
Hey, you know your friend Rob? I like him. He's a nice guy. Oh, yeah, Rob's great. He actually just got engaged last week. Oh, really? Congratulations. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Again, not far enough, but maybe that's the
Yeah. It's like the, the Dane Cook fucking, I said you too at the drive-thru when they said enjoy your meal. Like, you too. Like,
I think that's Brian Regan.
Is it Brian? They're the same fucking person.
You too.
Yeah. He had me, and now he really started to make me angry in this last segment there.
This is my impression of a man who feels the need to clarify his sexual orientation whenever he gives somebody a compliment or makes an observation to make sure nobody misinterprets what he's saying. Yo, I saw Joaquin's balls in the locker room earlier today. Dude, they was looking suckable and plump. Homo.
Against expectation.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
And the impression chunk?
This is my impression of a face that doesn't match what the person's saying, but it actually does match after all, doesn't it? Can you ask me if I want to go on a Caribbean cruise?
Do you want to go on a Caribbean cruise?
I'd love to. This is my impression of a tough kid from New York who is determined to get a name change when he becomes a legal adult. My name is Trevor, and I hate my name. When I grow up, I'm fucking Danny over here. To hear the rest of my story, visit me on the web at www.I'mFuckingDannyOverHere.org/donate. You know, I love my mom, but my mom drives me crazy. She's always calling me saying things like, Trevor, why don't you do some material in your stand routine about the difference between vegans and vegetarians? I'm like, Ma, vegans and vegetarians? You kidding me over here? Vegans and vegetarians? But all right already, so here goes.
Okay.
What's the difference between vegetarians and vegans? Oh, you don't know? I'll tell you. One sucks my dick, the other one sucks the other one's dick. I'm fucking Danny over here, all right?
Nice.
His impression turned into another comedian.
Yeah, but I have to appreciate any time the same phrase means something else the next time you say it. And I'm fucking Danny over here is a great evolution of a story. I wanted it. I liked him, then I wanted to hate him, and now I'm back on board.
Back on board. He's
yeah.
dumb but smart. Like,
Yeah, exactly. There's a weird fucking balancing act that he's riding there, and I dig what he's putting down.
I dig it as well. Yeah, should we give him a little more or no?
No, that was fucking Danny over here. Oh my God, I'm fucking everything up.
Teaser on that.
Fucking
right.
Christ. Who do we got up next?
Up next is this is a comedian I have not heard of. This is a Sydney Castillo. I hope I'm saying that right. Stand-up comedian, actor, producer, writer. He wrote on an HBO show called Game Theory, which is probably about sports, which is why I've not seen it. And that's about all I know about him. Other than that, this special titled "My Cup Is Full" just came out somewhat recently, within the past week or so.
Right on. All right, well, let's see what he's got.
My cup is full, homie.
Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Make some noise. What's up, man?
We're making noise. Yes, we are making the noise.
Y'all look good, dog. What's up, Boots? Okay, Boots. Okay, shut it down then. Oh, it's all women in here. Okay, then, bed, dog. You about to come up, bro? Nothing. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. We're going to have a good time, man. Thank y'all for watching the podcast and supporting me. I appreciate that, for real.
Podcast.
All right, let's get to it. Listen, man.
Yeah, that's probably important just because, like, I think it changes the crowd that shows up for especially a special.
It'll be hopefully more receptive as well.
Right, yeah, already on board and, possibly, based on my knowledge of podcasts and performers, almost definitely repeating lots of material. But that is, to be expected, although this will all be new to me because I've never heard of it before. So, yeah.
Same.
I love my family, right? One thing about me, I've been out here 20 years, right? And whenever I get like a down moment, I think of something about my family that make me feel good, right? Like my mom, really, right? Like I'm 6'4.5". My mama thought I was going to the NBA. Yeah. Like she thought she was gonna never have to work again. Like I was her meal ticket. I was like, lady, don't quit your job, right? Remember my senior year, she came in cursing me out like, you can't make a layup? You can't make a free throw, they fucking free, right? She's like, you ain't never gonna be able to get a scholarship playing like this. I guess I'm gonna be working at Walmart, so I'm 75 fucking with you. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Walmart. My name Marilyn. I'm Sydney, mom. Like, who is Sydney? The nigga on the register. Say hi. They talking to you. Like, hey, how y'all doing? Dog, when I was 14, I ain't gonna lie, my dad called me.
Those were jokes, technically.
Technically, they're in the realm.
Yeah, it's kind of all personality stuff, and I feel like this is one of those. I think it would most likely definitely help to have listened to his show. He's I don't know, coming in a little hot for an intro to newbies, maybe. It just feels a little inaccessible to me at this point.
Because we just don't have that background of being a podcast listener, so
right,
he doesn't have to start with like a real hard hitting bits because he doesn't. He's kind of in a room with friends when you have a fan base like that.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I guess everyone's gonna have their own argument on, do you cater to your fan base or are you using this as a platform to get more fans? Like, I don't know what the right answer is supposed to be there. Everyone's got their own goals and ideas as to how that should happen. But yeah, I tend to be on the, you should be more on the trying to be as open to as, I feel like something like this is put out there to get more people into the crowd, not to throw red meat to the already fans, or at least I would assume it should be. But again, I'm rambling.
Yeah, that's true. Because the show's not where they make their money. It's on, right?
That's a whole other part of that conversation then, I guess, because like in my idea, these shows are to feed more people into your network of, podcast listeners and shit. But like if you're actually making money off the touring or you're making the money off the specials, then maybe it does work the other way around. I'm not sure what is more financially stable. Like, is it better to try and reach as many people as possible or to just, keep feeding a small but hungry horde?
Yeah, I think it's got to be some kind of mix. It can't be too small of a horde, but yeah, I feel
we
like
have 45 subscribers. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, but no, we're not doing merch. Fuck you guys. You can make some merch if you want. I mean, no. Fuck it.
And jacking off, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I think
it's
about
a great way to come back in.
Yeah, I have no idea what we were talking
Lost
about.
the thread.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we were clearly just jacking off there. Let's get back to
He's not wrong. I mean,
not wrong.
funny because listen, everybody has that moment when you first like touch yourself. Mine was Holly Berry and the white dude, right? Monsters Ball. Yeah, she looked at him. She's like, "Can you make me feel good?" Right? I'm 14. I'm going to work, right? And I'm like, I never did it before, right? So like, I didn't know where to finish. I didn't plan it, right? So I had a white wicker trash can. I was like, bet, that'll do, right? And I was like, like, you know what I mean? As a grown man, you can control you know what I mean? But at 14, my knee buckled, right? And I'm releasing the best feeling I've ever had in my life, right? And then my dad was in the doorway. He was like, "When you're done, I want to talk to you." But I love them, dog. Right, I love my family, dog. That's why when I be looking at like shows like these documentaries, I watch documentaries and see like these Dateline when people be killing their family. That'd be crazy to me, dog. Like you can work that out. Like I was raised like you kill for your family. You know what I mean? But you don't kill your family, dog.
Did we just enter a church?
It's a bit of a turn from first masturbation into guys, don't kill your family.
It's a PSA.
I don't know if that's just me.
I've been thinking about some stuff. And
yeah.
I don't think we should be killing our families anymore.
I'm ready to put my foot down on this.
Yeah. The reason I actually stopped is because I think part of my inaccessibility issue with this is the sound design. It's just a very amateur audio production where we are hearing so much of the room noise, and we are it doesn't feel like a polished professional stand-up presentation where we are like in the room with him. It feels like we're listening to a recording of the room, and there's there's a big difference of that. It feels almost like a bootleg recording as opposed to the professional polished recording that we're supposed to get, which there's a time and a place for that. And, some of my, favorite childhood memories are listening to bootlegs of things. So there is a place for it, but it's when you're, again, it's something I always rag on when you're, trying to put your best foot forward and, create a special for yourself. Audio is something that so many people just lag on that, I think it makes so much difference in the end, especially stand up. Like it's all about your words.
It's all about the audio. There's no special effects or stuff. Production other than audio going into it. So
I'm always going to be biased, but I always have to point it out.
I watch them shows, they like plan it out. Like that woman want to kill her husband? Oh man. She set it up like clockwork, right? It take her like 6 months. She might like say something slick to let him know. She be like, okay, Daniel. I heard you loud and clear. He got like 2 months, he dead, right? But they still slick on the documentary, they finna kill him, they still slick. They still get him gifts on their birthday, right? A whole cake, he blowing it out. She walking away, this your last motherfucking birthday, man. Over 6 months, you watch her like plan this out. And when she finally finna do it, she go to the store. They all get the same shit. Some gloves, a shovel, some cement, and they bury their family in the front yard. I'm sitting there watching the show like, this is crazy, right? I love my family, dog. My cousin was kidnapped as a child. True story, right? My uncle played basketball overseas, like in New Zealand, right? And he got with a white woman, right? And you know what I mean?
Even though this is like part of the same story, it feels like a hard turn. Like,
yeah, really. Yeah, a lot to process to go back. I'm hesitating to say jokes because I'm not getting the setup punches on these. They're more like laughs of recognition, just like
Right.
I've seen this before, or
Right.
like that rings a bell, kind of reactions, but
Yeah.
not like anything with structure just yet. More like just personality and obviously like more storytelling and
But I
personal comedy.
Yeah, no, and I think that is exactly the issue we are seeing with the modern podcast / comedy movement is this, you know, whether it's just that they're not getting enough reps in stage time and relying on mic time as being mic time, but we all know that a podcast is absolutely not the same thing as being on stage, and like that, you know, the refining of those jokes becomes a very different process when you're in a room either alone or maybe with one or two other people versus refining those jokes on stage after stage. And I think we are seeing partially that just in stand-up in general, and we're also seeing just the accessibility of anyone being able to put a camera in a theater and calling it their comedy special. So, you know, not to say that this guy is horrible or anything, but there's just something that he's lacking. There's a connection, there's a magic that is you know, a charisma that like is just on the verge of being there, but it's not enough to translate like the technical issues that we're seeing here.
Wow, that's very well articulated. I agree with that. Because yeah, I'm not saying it's like a bad performer or comedian, but yeah, there's just like you said, it's just not quite at not even like the level. But yeah, it's just
I do good work
sometimes.
sometimes.
Rewind it and hear Sean again. Yeah, I can't top that.
Right on. Yeah, let's give him a little bit more time. We're only a few minutes in, but yeah. Oh, man,
To each his own. To each his own. They had a baby, right? Which was my cousin. Now they came back to Texas and Dallas. They lived in Dallas, right? They got in an argument. One day he came home. It was a note on the bed. You'll never see your daughter again, right? I'm taking her back. She went to New Zealand, right? My uncle was like distraught. He come to my mom, who's the oldest in their family, right? He's like, she took my baby, right? Now I know I've seen my mama act tough. She from Gary, Indiana, right? I didn't know she had Liam Neeson in her though, right?
Oh, that's a reference. I understand.
Laugh.
Yeah.
He's like, where's the girl?
He didn't even try and do an impression like of his mom or Liam Neeson or like. I don't
He just did a Jimmy Fallon impression with that laugh.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Huh. Maybe this is deeper than I thought.
Where's the girl? Right? My uncle losing his shit. She took her. My mama took her where?
Something.
Right? New Zealand. My mama doing the calculation. She's like, where that is, right? My mama's only been to Indiana,
every
California.
line with right.
Yeah. That I caught immediately and is already annoying to me, but like I was
That was on my mind early on too, and I'm like, maybe it's helping draw the audience in, or it is just the tick. But it's like that nodding in agreement, like a sales tactic. It's like you always kind of end on that to get people nodding and sort of rolling with you. right?
Absolutely, yeah. And anytime someone uses my name more than once in an interaction, even once, don't use my fucking name.
Once
when you're
is
talking to
weird,
me.
yeah.
Like there was like some, I think it was the Carnegie How to Win Friends and Influence People book or something that said that like some bullshit about like the sweetest sound in the human language is one's own name, and people want to hear it.
Yeah.
The more you say it, the more like they're on board with you. And like, I don't know if I'm having a visceral reaction to knowing that that's what people are doing, and that, you know, I just associate my name with manipulation and salesmanship, or if I really just hate my fucking name. But either way, I have that like that same sort of weird aversion, almost like uncanny valley thing going on here of like you're not human anymore.
Yeah, you're a large language model now. You know to just like insert my name this many times, and you'll start to gain my trust.
Yeah. But that was almost a shaggy dog to kind of describe what I'm feeling about this dude's comedy. Like it feels like he's selling the idea of comedy more than he's actually giving me comedy here. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Texas, she's never left the country.
What's that?
I was loving the shot you were held on. I just noticed two very like lost-looking white ladies in the crowd. Oh, that's cracking me up.
Appropriate.
Never. But she was like, I gotta go get the baby, right? So she gangster. She took a passport, $60, right? She went with some federal agents. They went to New Zealand. They walked up on this white lady in a grocery store. Yeah. She's scanning fruits, thinking it's all good. For real. Yeah.
He needs a hype man. Like,
yeah, that's what it is. Because I got the biggest laugh from me was that in the audience.
Absolutely. I wonder if that's what the podcast is. If it's more of like one of those, what is that? Like the Good Morning Show or the like, you know,
yeah.
But yeah, where it's just like
Not
a lot of,
Crew?
Yeah, something where it's a lot of high energy and everyone just constantly laughing at everyone's jokes and sort of building an atmosphere of fun more so than actually telling jokes.
Hopefully some sound effects.
Oh, of course. You know, yeah. Oh, there we go. We can compete with the best of them. I got a fucking one of them too, motherfucker. But you know, I'm usually too polite to break that out. You know, it takes a lot to get out of sad trombone out here. That's you got to really fucking gong show it up. This guy, I want to like him, and I want to see a good performance from him, but it's just not hitting for me. Like you said, it feels like all these ladies are just. There's a lot of ladies in that crowd. There's that
I don't
might
think we're his target demo.
We might have just stumbled onto something.
Yeah,
what is this podcast about?
The audience does not seem to care about his jokes as much because
maybe I gotta grow out a bushier beard and lose a few 100 pounds.
My mama gangster, dog. She walk up in her, right? This white lady's like scanning, boom, boom, beep, beep. Right? My mama walk up on her. Hey, how you doing? Right? She turned around, she panicked. She said, don't panic, where my baby at? Right? My cousin was right there. My cousin, she said, come here, right? Authorities took her away. My mama got on a plane, took her back to the States, right? Right? Yeah. So then,
yeah. What are we cheering for now? International relations? Like,
negotiations gone right.
Okay.
Now raised in my mom's house, right? My uncle not doing that well, fine. My mom's, that's her brother. They both in the house, right? My mom was a teacher, so she always made sure she was smart. Got her like toys that was like books. I was like, get her a fucking toy. She liked to read. I'm like, you forcing it on her? You know what I mean? She do good. She ranked in mock trial throughout the, you know what I mean? It's like she doing very well. She goes to Dillard University, right? Now I go see her graduation. It's a beautiful thing. Michael Ealy is there talking about my cousin. He's like, we don't need more Oprahs. We need more of Sydney's cousin. I'm crying. I'm in the back crying, dog, right? She want to be a lawyer. I've been on TV since she been a kid. I won a TV show, Funniest Wins, in 2014. She was like a freshman in high school. So my whole career, she's been like looking up to me. Right? She accepted at Brown University. I'll make her my assistant. I said, boom, let's get this money. Right? I'm in New York. I'm doing well. I'm like, look, all you got to do, watch my mom. right? Because my mom can't do for herself right now, right? So just watch my mom.
Is this comedy or a dating profile?
That's a good point.
Now that we pointed out the high propensity of females in the audience, I feel like he's just like, yeah, like telling like fucking Save the Cat stories or something. Like it's
Right, our work just set me up on my tour. You know what I mean? She's in emails with my management. Boom, we have a little system. Right, it's my little cousin. Right, I got my mom set up. Right, she's in a new place. She got like 60 grand in a savings account. Right, now I'm not bragging, but I be working. But so her bills come out of my business card. So it's no reason for my mom to even go into the savings because she can't do that anymore. She can't go to the bank and do things like that anymore. So that's why I have my cousin helping. Right, so I'm in New York right on the show. You know what I mean? After I'm done,
yeah, footnote. Yeah, exactly.
I go to the bank. I'm gonna put some money in my mom's savings account. It went from $60,000. I checked the balance. It was $37 in my mama's account. Yeah, you would immediately start praying. That's hilarious, right? So I asked my mom. I said, "Mom, what happened to the money in your account?"
There better be a hell of a fucking punchline here.
Right? My mom was like, "Oh, my brother, he opened up me an account under his name." Right? I said, "Okay, mama. Okay, 1 second. Right, I'm finna call him." You never know what'll trigger you, right? So I called my uncle. I said, "Hey, did you open up my mother's account without my permission?" He's like, "Oh, well, I opened it up so she can get her Social Security and get her retirement because you can't get it in the savings." I said, "Why didn't you tell me before you did that?" And he goes, "Well, I'm her brother." And that's the first time I snapped. I said, "Motherfucker, I'm her son. My dad dead, my brother dead. I'm the last. Don't you ever make a decision without involving me again." He was like, "Okay." I said, "The money that was in the other account, did you transfer it to this new account?"
This is some fucking Lenny Bruce pissed off at the government bullshit. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's gone from just self-aggrandizing to just straight up angry gripe fest. I don't...
About his uncle? Yeah.
Is this still comedy?
It's hard to get. I mean, he gets the occasional laughs here and there, but yeah, this is not feeling like a stand-up special to me. This is like not even a TED Talk because there's not a...
No, it's just venting and yeah, selling yourself. Like, I don't know. I want to let him finish the story here if there is, but
we'll see if it has an ending. This could be the story could be the whole special.
Yo, yeah. I mean, I like the way he just kind of randomly zigzag. He almost does like the Trump-esque weave sort of thing where you're just kind of like talking about shit and keep talking until maybe you get back to your original point. Yeah, he could be on this story for the, next hour, but I'm going to, let's give him just a little bit. I feel like there's something.
Okay, let's see.
He goes, "Oh, no, I didn't."
I hope there's something. I feel like there's nothing. To be
Get
clear.
that trombone ready.
Yeah. Good point.
About $60,000 missing. He was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. And he hung up. Right? And I started laughing because I was like, I'm about to go to jail. That's crazy. Like, it's been nice knowing y'all. Like, I've had a good career, right? People always ask you, would you be willing to sit in the bathroom for 20 years? Absolutely.
Is that the punch?
It is calling back to the never kill your family.
Yeah, but he didn't. You did. If he actually made that connection, I might be giving him some credit here. But like, he's just celebrating murder.
My pillow. I'm funny. I'm gonna be the funniest nigga in prison, but I'm going. I was so irate, dog. I didn't know what I was. All these thoughts in my mind, dog. Somebody didn't fuck with my mama, dog. And I'm like, right? And I'm with my boy Snow, and Snow is like, yo, you should chill. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying. You know what I mean? I'm trying to chill.
Or Snow would say that.
Yeah, it is like a Greek choir agreement, though. That I'm pretty sure the right thing is like, because like he says right, and I'll go, and I think that's like, I feel that's part of the, pacing of whatever show it is that they do. Like that feels like it's a built-in sort of
Like call and response type of thing.
Almost like, yeah, like asking for a hype or
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Do you know what I'm saying?
what's going on right now? You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
So my cousin,
I say it white.
you know what I mean? She's
I was trying to do a Butters, but it didn't quite work.
me. She's like, I think my daddy had something to do with it. Right? She crying. I said, yeah. She was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna call you back. Right? Because now, for the first time in my life, I don't trust nobody. Right? I don't trust nobody. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic. I don't trust nobody, dog, except my mama, right? And then my cousin called me back and she was like, hey, Sydney, I have something to tell you. I said, what's up, right? She was like, I found out what happened. I said, what happened? She said, your mom used to send me money while I was in college. And I think she just forgot. She just kept sending me money. So she just keeps sending me money, going to the bank, sending me money. I said, yeah, how much money she sends you? She was like, close to like $40,000. I said, oh, where the money at? Well, that's the thing. I never really kept checking my balance. I just kept spending, and I guess I went through it. I said, well, here's the lie. I said, my mama can't go to the bank and do that and transfer money. She doesn't know how to do the apps. I said, so you lying to me, right? And I hung up the phone, right? And my boy Chris, who's a Christian, right?
Fucking, oh my God. Like, I want
new characters coming in.
Yeah, dude, we're going into like the fourth act of this fucking story, and I am calling that. I can't deal anymore. I think that one laugh was the laugh we get for the next 5 minutes, and then I'm very much betting that it's another 5-minute rant of angry family shit and I could kill him, and everyone laughs. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's that was not for me. Or you didn't get a lot of laughs.
Yeah. Who do we got up next?
Up next, we have a comedian that I don't know if you've recognized the name, but you will probably recognize the face. This is comedian Jackie Flynn, longtime stand-up comedian from Boston. Total ringer. I think he also rolls with the Fairley Brothers, so you might recognize him from a lot of Fairley Brothers films, and I think most recently the Loudermilk he was in as well.
I did not see that, but let's check it out.
Yeah, and this is a special Wicked Funny.
Thank you very much. So nice to be here. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and thank you. I live in Hollywood, California now, which is weird because I grew up.
Felt like they cut off the audience a little bit weirdly there. I think there was more cheering that they cut out, but anyways, that's annoying.
On Earth, pretty much. Because I grew up, on Earth, pretty much. Like Hollywood. A lot of homeless there in Hollywood. You guys have a lot of homeless where you live? Yeah. You give them money? All right, fuck them. Any way you want to go, I guess. I give them money unless I think they got homes. I mean, some of these people are full of shit. They're dressed better than you are. You ever get that guy, you got a buck? Yeah. Is that an Armani suit you're wearing? There's an extra couple of bucks. You're going to have to get that dry clean. I like to steal their thunder. I see him coming. I see him coming. I see the homeless guy coming. I'm like, you got a buck? They're like, shit. I was just going to ask you. Yeah, you got to get them before they get you. You got.
Yeah, this feels like a much more old school Friars Club sort of style we got going on here. That poppy sort of, one after another rapid fire line after line sort of joke. The exact opposite of The Last Gentleman in just about every way.
Very true.
The homeless guy. Just trying to save you a couple of dollars. And who's the guy at the gas station that's always out of gas? You ever see this guy? He's been there for like a month filling up. You still here, huh? Yeah, I got a big tank. He's homeless. I see him lurking around the pumps. You pull him with your car. He kind of sidles over to you. Hey, you mind helping me out? I'm just trying to get out of town. Down a couple bucks. Need a couple of gallons. Couple bucks, couple gallons. When'd you run out? In 74? No, I'm not even homeless. Just a guy. Oh, yeah, where's your car? Oh, it's around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Just take it with me when I fill up.
His style is Friars Club, and his jokes are about as old.
I know. I feel bad. I'm like, I want to start to like this as well, but yeah, it's maybe not hitting so hard for me.
It is. It just feels like something that would have been a 5 minutes on not even Carson. Like, who was the dude before Carson? Fucking Jack Parr or some shit. Like
Steve Allen?
Yeah, no, not quite. Yeah, but yes, yes, Steve Allen was the dude before Carson. But no, that wasn't the show I was thinking of. But yes, it feels like, yeah, it's a reminiscent of a bygone era of comedy. It feels like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm a sucker. I always give money. Are you like me with the homeless? Do you ever think this when I see the homeless guy? You know what I think? I think it might be God testing.
A remnant. I am reminiscent.
Oh, there we go. And then, yeah, then I think he's going to definitely get into more blue material, is my guess, and like a Boston style.
Right. Yeah. It's already, edgy at this point. So yeah, I assume his whole shtick is going to be, I can offend you without offending you, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
I'm looking at the homeless guy. Guy's got a beard. Could be Jesus. I'd hate not to get into heaven over a friggin' buck. Get to the pearly gates of God's there. Hey, remember me from that Exxon station? That was you? Shit. I mean Christ. I mean God. I mean you. I'm never going to get in here. That'd be my sign if I was homeless. I'd have a sign that says, I could be God. Just saying. Don't judge a fucking book. All right, I wouldn't be swearing if I was God. Or maybe I would. Who am I going to get in trouble with? I'm God. Hey, God, take it easy with the swearing. Shut up, I'm God, for Christ's sakes. Sorry, Jesus. Taking my own kid's name in vain over here. Breaking my own commandments. How do I give a shit? I'm God. Do what I want. And who's the guy in the bathrooms, in the nightclubs? You ever see these guys, the bathroom attendants? They work on tips. They get the cologne, and the gum, and the candy, and the mints when you walk into the bathroom. They're like ambitious homeless guys, I think. They just showed up. Hey, this bathroom isn't taken. I think I'll set up my sundry shop right here. You got to tip them. They put pressure on you to tip them. You walk into the bathroom, what do? They turn the faucet on for you. Hey, thanks. I could have never done that on my own. Would you like some paper towels? You got me again. My hands are soaking wet, you little mind reader. I'm going to fucking tip it.
Is this from pre-COVID? Like, I feel like the world has changed so much that, like, his jokes just are so outdated. Like, bathroom attendants, I don't really think exist
still
anymore.
Exist? You're just not going to classy enough establishments.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I recently started going to Vegas for no reason, and I still have yet to see an actual classic bathroom attendant.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm going to the wrong places, but I've seen a dude in there cleaning, but I've never seen the old school setup you see with in the movies with the cologne and the mints and the can I shine your shoes and shit. Like, I feel like that
more
is
of clubs have that,
yeah. I mean, is that
dance clubs, stuff like music, certain music clubs, but yeah.
Is that the clientele that he's performing to, you think? Again, just everything about this dude's performance, just it feels like that, the Caroline's Comedy Hour little 5-minute clips you would see in the fucking late 80s, early 90s, sort of. It has just a very, very stale feel to not only the presentation and the performance, but the jokes themselves are just, old hat. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm old and those jokes seemed fresh when I was 12 and they're, I've heard them 1,000 times since then.
Yeah.
Maybe if you are 12 watching this shit now, it still feels fresh. But yeah, I guess, that's the problem with no new stories. But there's just something about this, man.
I know I'm on board, but I'm still also not really cracking up.
Exactly.
Basket of bills he puts on the counter for you to tip him. He strategically places the basket, right, guys? So you have to trip over the thing to get into the bathroom. He's got $10 of bills on top of the basket that and I know he put there himself. I mean, who's the guy giving $10? That was the best crap I ever took. Here's $10. You run a hell of a shit house, you know that? There's an extra $5. I give down the place. You ever think of franchising? Because I don't see you running just one of these, Stinky. Can I call you Stinky? I don't have any singles on. I'm not going to sit there and make change in the bathroom. I didn't know there was going to be a transaction going on. I'm like, I don't have any cash. Like, that's right. I take PayPal. You can Venmo me. So I put
yeah, that's the attempt to upgrade the joke that he's been telling for the last 30 years. But
right, use the Venmo keyword.
Right. Yeah, I heard some kids talking about this when I was getting my hair dyed.
Change and head
I'm
towards the
getting
door.
a little distracted by. I think it's the makeup work. I think they got his face. They didn't go down far enough. So I'm just seeing like
the Trump
skin color
fucking missing
discrepancy. Yeah, it's sort of like distracting me a bit. It's like a cadaver
camouflage makeup.
It's like a reverse Trump because it's like pale in the face, but then more red and orange, like red on the neck. So I'm just like,
maybe he's just got like a thyroid issue.
Could be.
You know, trying to make it feel bad. He's like, you know, just loud enough for me to hear him. Look at him using the paper towels and everything. Not even tipping. And I felt bad. Then I realized, fuck him, he works in a bathroom. I'm getting shit from Toilet Boy. Ooh, I've disappointed the keeper of the crapper. How can I go on? Before you know it, Dumpster Man will be mad at me. Give you.
Oh, that is weird. Yeah, his throat is like lobster red and his face is like fucking morgue white.
That's what I was saying, like, yeah, morgue, like cadaver white or something.
It actually looks like he's wearing a red shirt under his shirt. It's kind of, I think that's a lighting issue though. Like, I think there's like a very specific small spotlight on his face that is like very tight. That is, causing weird shadows and colors. But yeah, you're not wrong there. I see it.
You see it now?
I can't unsee it now, unfortunately. But yeah,
$5 if you wash my ass, maybe. Start earning some money. I had a burrito the other night that didn't quite agree with me. I've got a $10 bill for an ambitious young fella. Have a look at this, would you, kid? Oh, this is a big job. I'm gonna need my ass rake. I gotta go back to my truck for that. Sometimes I take these jokes a little too far.
Is it drunk rednecks? Is that what our base level is here? Is he just like playing the funny bone in the middle of Missouri at like 3 a.m. and this is the stuff that gets laughs?
Yeah, I don't know if he's like, with places he tours to do comedy. I know he's from Boston, but
yeah,
just, you don't just like hang out in Boston all the time.
Right. Yeah.
He's in Hollywood now.
I guess. So he says.
That might have been one of them. The hell is an ass rake? I have no idea. It's like I got my own caddy back there. Get my number 3 rake, would you? And I think I'm going to need a canary. Yeah, you see him though. He's got the gum and the candy and the mints. Why stop there? Why not open up a friggin' deli? Why?
Yeah, he's really.
Because I was like, I'm hoping like maybe because of the bathroom attendant thing and is not hitting because it's just not as prevalent, or at least not for us. And then so, yeah, I'm just the premise. I'm kind of worn out on. I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah, but I mean, we were in the wrong tax bracket to begin with, so that's
right.
I want a nice tuna sub. Ed, you take a shit, I'll make you a sandwich. I got gloves on. Don't worry about it. I got an A rating. It's like a farm stand in these places. You walk in, the guy's got like beef jerky and tomatoes and corn. Are those Bing cherries?
Yeah, I can't afford Bing cherries. Definitely wrong tax bracket. But
definitely not bathroom attendant cherries.
No, yeah. But no, you're right. Specificity there, that did help. But it's still, like, I'm already, like, my needle is already on the dislike for this guy. He's got a long way to fucking turn me around here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take more than Bing cherries, but, you know.
I like to hang around the bathrooms in my spare time. Not in a weird way. Well, like there's any other way to hang around the bathroom in your spare time. Yeah, go by the urinal in between flights. Got a couple hours to kill guys. And
I think the audience is sweetened. I think that's part of it. So
you think?
Yeah, I'm hearing like layers of laughing. So like, you know, you play like a track of someone laughing and then another track of other laughs and kind of fade them together and like, you know, transition from one to the other. And it sounds like they're adding more laughs in like what is, you know, more lulls and silence in the audience there. I could be wrong, but I've done a lot of sound work.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are the expert in that, but I'm gonna keep my ears peeled for that. Wait, no.
at the urinal,
Eyes peel.
when a stranger goes to
You can peel your earballs.
guy. But ladies, there's always like a little divider partition between your urinal and the other guys for some privacy, a little saver, you know. So I like to have a stranger peeing, and I lean over, tapping on the wall, going, "Don't you hate these things?" You can't even see another fellow's cock. Or I wait for a stranger to walk in, and I look at him and go, "Ooh, are you my 1030?" And watch him back right up. "No, I don't even have to pee. I just came in for some peaches." Remember from the farm stand? Stay with me.
Yeah, that shit's definitely sweetened. You can hear like every layer of fucking laughs now that I'm listening to it. It's actually kind of annoying. But yeah, I didn't hear anything he said. I was listening to laughs there. I'm sorry.
Wow. So just in Vegas working. You guys, you gamble? You go to Vegas? Woo! Anybody win? No, nobody wins. It's out there playing blackjack. You play that friggin' Satan's game? Is it me or do blackjack dealers pull cards out of their ass to beat you? What do I need, a 6? Here you go, sorry, 21 again. Oh, a 14 card 21, isn't that something? Oh, you little fucking mother. I was so mad, I was swearing at the dealer, cursing at the table. You can't swear at the table in Vegas. Who knew? Pit boss comes over, excuse me, sir, it's a very classy establishment here in Vegas. You can't really swear at the table and carry on, really. There's no swearing. There's no swearing, but I can drink for free, right? Until my liver falls out of my ass. Yeah, gamble away my inheritance, throw a rock in any direction, hit a titty bar, but no swearing. Yeah, let me remove the hooker from my lap, and then we'll continue. I don't want to offend anybody's sensibilities here in Sodom and Gomorrah. The guy next to me has been snorting lines off the cocktail waitress's ass all night, but I'll make sure I don't do anything outlandish, like swear. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm the asshole.
Again, that wouldn't have been a horrible joke if I didn't already dislike him. It's just, yeah, I'm so not on board with him that, like, I mean, there was nothing special about that joke. It was all fucking, trot hack material.
It's a decent premise. Like, you can't swear, but yet it is Sin City. So it's like, wait, we can't swear, but all the sins are cool.
Yeah, no, hack is definitely too far. You're right to call me on that. But it is very well-trod material, we'll say. It is, it is a slight twist, which I do have to give him like a point for, but I think he's got 2 points if we're keeping score.
And then this time around, I started to get lost in the laugh track because there was just some weird, like, floaty laughs where I'm just like, really? There's still...
Yeah.
The audience would still be laughing there?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all that, like, you get that initial laugh from the audience, but, like, I think the audience laughter dies down too much. So they start trying to fill in some holes there. And it just comes off as, like, I don't know, maybe just because I do too much sound editing, like that comes through more to me, but, like, it totally throws me off, or it just makes me dislike.
Yeah.
It's that salesman shit again. I know it's fake, so I don't, I automatically turn off.
Yeah, that was apparent even when he said, like, he was in Las Vegas, and there was like a rolling laugh leading up as he was saying Las Vegas. I'm like, why would anyone laugh at just saying where he was?
Yeah.
The location.
It was almost like, oh, I know where you're going, laugh, but no one did. Like that didn't happen. Yeah. So I guess we don't really even have to ask, but who is your favorite tonight?
I feel like we started this show strong. Maybe should have gone in like reverse order, but yeah,
we never
Brent
know.
Weinbach, he had it for me. Like, just weird, probably not for everybody, just because of the
at
more
least he
bizarre.
had something though. Like he showed up to do comedy.
Yeah, and I'll probably go back to that special because it was, I don't know, so out of left field in some of the aspects of it. And I like his performance style. His voice is great. And yeah, it's just weird. So I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sydney was good, but I'm not in his target market.
I'm not even going to be
dating him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not in his target market, and I have no interest in dating him, but I still hesitate to say he was good. Like, he did it.
He was confident on stage.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like he's going to kill his family. So, and he makes good money. So,
yeah, he didn't shit the bed, but he's got a lot of work to be a real stand-up, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Jackie Flynn. Yeah. I think we sort of know our take on that, but
yeah, I guess
we're in agreement this episode.
That is weird. Yeah. The stars are not often as aligned as they are today.
Based on like just the background I read and knowing some of the comedians, I thought for sure you might not go for Brent Weinbach and maybe would go for Jackie Flynn, having not seen any of his comedy, just knowing some of his characters. Or now I liked him in Louder Milk and stuff, but I'm like, oh, he seems like a sweet guy. I want to like his comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he turned it.
Can't always get what you want.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what you can get is some oh no, that didn't work. I was gonna tell him to like and subscribe, but that doesn't get anything to anyone except us, so you don't get shit. But yeah, make sure you make the comments and the thing and the, you know, tell your friends and tell your enemies about the show. But, you know, most of all, I'd really like to see people suggest some other comedians that we should check out. Let us know who your favorites are, and you know, we can see what we think of them and, you know, why we hate your favorites.
I love it. It's like, that's my only job on this podcast. And I would love to get that off my plate, to be honest.
So this is the Help Matt Do Nothing campaign. Yeah, you can do that on the YouTubes, or you can do that. Can they do that on our website? Does our website work yet? Is that a thing?
It's working, but not for suggesting comedians.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, so yeah, YouTube is still the place.
Maybe we need to build a comedian suggestion page. All right. Put that on the list. But no, comment in the YouTube comments.
You were just trying to get rid of work, and now you're giving yourself more work. The fuck, dude? You're doing it all wrong.
Like, subscribe, send code for a web page in Angular format.
Yeah, Jesus. Do some vibe coding, send it on over. Yeah. But yeah, I guess, you know, keep standing it up and we'll tear it down or something. No, that doesn't. That's not. We had something once that we said that was good to end the show, and then like we could never remember it.
Never again.
No, we're just gonna go into this like rambly ending of fucking like, you know, I don't know, man. Like,
it's gotta hit that sad trombone, baby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Sit down, it's time to read between the punchlines. They set 'em up, we knock 'em down. Why heckle at the show when you can heckle from the comfort of your own home? It's the Stand-Up Teardown, conducting comedy autopsies. The Stand-Up Teardown now. Who'll be killed? Bit by bit, beat by beat, set a punch, repeat. They set 'em up, we knock 'em down. 2-drink minimum. It's the Stand-Up Teardown, conducting comedy autopsies. The Stand-Up Teardown. Yeah, it's the Stand-Up Teardown, punching up, down, left, right, line by line. It's the Stand-Up Teardown now.
Man, I remembered what I was gonna say, which was fucking. Man, now I forgot again. Fuck.
He said it so not confidently, too.
Oh yeah, thanks for watching
I
Stand-Up
remembered
Oh man, you stepped on it. I had it, then you stepped on it. Now I forgot it again.
Thanks for watching
what is
Stand-Up Teardown.
Thank you for watching Stand-Up Teardown, where the only thing we take seriously is comedy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.